FBI Director Wray says Communist China can take control of millions of Americans' phones with TikTok. I mean, I'm trying not to criticize too much. I know a lot of people use TikTok. I don't particularly use it, but just to let you know, if you use it, all that data is going to China, and now we found out that your phone can actually be jacked by China, not just your data, your entire phone. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. All right, let's talk about this news. FBI Director Chris Wray stunned U.S. senators during a Wednesday hearing when he revealed that the Chinese Communist Party has the ability to take control of millions of Americans' phones through wildly popular TikTok app. My thing is, why are we hearing about this now? I think our government is actually now starting to push towards war with China all of a sudden. I don't know, with the exception of Joe Biden, because we know that Joe Biden isn't going to do it, isn't going to go to war with China because China owns him. But it's looking like members of our government are actually starting to look at going after China. So maybe that's why this stuff is starting to come out now. But quote, if you look at the Chinese government's gobbling up of information and data, and then the use of AI and other tools, ultimately supercomputing things like that to marshal all the data to conduct targeting for espionage, targeting for IP theft, targeting for all the things that and others on the panel have been calling out about the Chinese government. Wray told the Senate Intelligence Committee, quote, data is the coin of the realm. Those who have the best information have the power, and that's that enables them to do. Wray noted that China's Equifax hack allowed them to illegally obtain through theft the personal identifiable information, or PII, of nearly half the population of the United States. So they probably got your information anyway. Well, quote, so it's the control of the data to conduct all sorts of big data operations, he said. It's the control of the recommendation algorithm, which allows them to conduct influence operations. It's the control of the software, which allows them then to access to millions of devices. So you put all those three things together, and again come back to the starting point, which is this is a tool that ultimately within the control of the Chinese government, and it to me screams out with national security concerns. In response to a line of questioning from Ranking Member Marco Rubio, Wray said that Communist China can use TikTok to control data of millions of users, to control the software of on millions of devices, and that they can use it to drive narratives to divide Americans against each other, which is what they're doing. I mean, everyone knows how divisive and how bad TikTok really is. But Wray then warned that not only can China use TikTok to control narratives in the United States, but also the U.S. officials are, quote, not sure that we would see many of the outward signs of it happening if it was happening. Quote, and I think the most fundamental piece that cuts across every one of those risks and threats that you mentioned that I think Americans need to understand is that something that's very sacred in our country, that difference between the private sector and the public sector, that's a line that is non-existent in the way CCP operates, Wray said. That's the pot calling the kettle right there. We already know how the FBI operates. They operate exactly like the CCP. Um, Rubio then noted the difference in what users in China see on TikTok as opposed to what users in the US see on TikTok. For example, in the US, kids are being encouraged to choke themselves out. We've had kids die, Rubio noted. In China, they're encouraged to focus on math and science and building the country. It was just ridiculous that you could the stark difference. But Wray agreed with Rubio's assessment that the poison that China is pumping into the feeds of U.S. users is one of many ways that China is using the app to weaken and damage the U.S. Just crazy, crazy stuff here. That's why I don't use TikTok at all. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.